everyone, welcome to Beauty First in 10. My name's Debbie and I love makeup and football, and I post weekly about both topics. So I hope there's something that everyone can enjoy, and I really hope you consider subscribing. So today is a very exciting video because we are right on the cusp of the SEPHORA spring sale. So I will have all the dates and the times that everybody can start ordering, and then also the different tiers. So you either get 20% off, 15% off, or 10% off. But these are items that just don't go on sale very often. So I have loaded up my cart and I am ready to check out on Friday. But I wanted to give you guys some recommendations. So I had two goals for this video. The first one is I always show cruelty-free only products in my videos. That is just such an important thing to me. I think it is so silly to torture an animal so that you can have blush. That makes no sense to me at all. So I hope you guys will consider buying cruelty-free products during the sale. And then my second one is I wanted to show products that were kind of foolproof, easy to use. So if you're just looking to add makeup into your routine, maybe you've done skincare, or maybe you only do makeup and you don't do skincare, I wanted to give you products that were easy, goof-proof, and things that I have worn for a long time so that I can really recommend them with extensive experience behind them. And then we're also going to put on the products. So this is our video makeup look for today. Very simple, very daytime, very wearable. And so I will be demoing the products while also giving you the recommendations. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to start out with skincare. So the first thing with skincare is going to be serum. So I have two serums that I love, and I think these are great for all ages, regardless of what you are looking to do with your skin. So this one is by Merit, and this is their Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. Now this one, you can kind of see it there. I shook it before, but you have to shake this one to get the two biphases to mix together to put this on. But this is a really glowy product. I've talked about this in a number of videos, but I really love this and I encourage you to check it out. I use it sometimes as a glowy primer. I use it other times as, my Soul Serum, but it just gives a nice healthy glow to the skin. The other one I'm going to recommend, Drunk Elephant. So first of all, if you're considering any product from Drunk Elephant, just go ahead and check out. You've made a good purchase. This is their SEPHORA Fresh Serum, and this is a vitamin C serum. This is great. Anybody should add a vitamin C serum into their routine. It will help to fade discolored marks. It will help with texture. It really is a great product, and I've been using this one for 7-8 years. Like a really long time. And so I do put other serums in, like the Merit one, but this is kind of my go-to that I always have to have. And then on top of that is going to be moisturizer. So there's one that I recommend for all skin types. I think everyone will enjoy this, and I'm going to put the link up here and a picture of it, but that's going to be the Drunk Elephant Protini Polypeptide Moisturizer. I am currently out and I will be buying another one in the SEPHORA sale. I somehow misjudged my timing on that product, and it is just great. It's a nice, cream. It's not too heavy as we're going into the summer, but it really has made a huge difference in my skin. The other one is by Alpine Beauty, and I'm going to put that one up here too, because I have actually moved my moisturizer into an airless jar. So that is the only drawback to the Alpine Beauty moisturizer, is that you do have to switch it out of its current jar, which is not life-proof or airproof. So every time these ingredients get exposed to the air, it takes the antioxidants out, and all those helpful ingredients that they pack into a moisturizer are gone when they have air. So I'm going to put a video up here, and that will kind of show you kind of how to do the jar. But this Alpine Beauty moisturizer is fantastic, and I really think, especially if you have dry skin, you might really enjoy this one. And then when it comes to sunscreen, I am so religious to this sunscreen, and it is ridiculously expensive, and I probably should find something else, but I just love this. So this is the Tatcha Silk Sunscreen, and this just does so wonderfully. I use this sometimes, like if I'm really running late for work, I just put this on and then put my makeup over top of it. It does have hyaluronic acid in it, and this is just so beautiful. It is so nice. It works well with all the other products I use. I really have a hard time leaving this because I love it so much. And they have recently changed the packaging just in the last like several weeks. This packaging definitely had some problems, and so definitely check that out if you have not gotten that. The other thing I'm going to recommend is by Peace Out, and they make these little acne dots. Now, they make two. They make the original form, which is just their acne dots. That's the one you want to get. The last time in the sale, I bought these day dots because I thought, well, that'd be fun. I could put a dot on and then I could just put makeup over it and it could just sit there. So the goal of the dots is to give you a concentrated form to clear your pimple up. And so generally you put it on before you go to bed, you wake up, you take it off, and it really makes a significant improvement. The day dot has been okay, but I'm not seeing the benefits, and it's still way noticeable on the skin. It's not like I could literally just put that on and then walk out the door like that. And these also kind of curl on themselves. So the other dots, you just slap them on and you put it on and it's great. These are so thin, I guess, to be worn for daytime, that they often crease. And then, yeah, there's no way to hide a giant crease in a section of your skin. So definitely get these, but just get the original form. But these are so great. When I have a pimple, I just stick this on and we're good to go. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and put on the makeup so you can see a little bit of a tutorial with the products that I'm recommending. Obviously, I already have my skincare on and primer, and so we're working from that part forward. So the first recommendations I have for foundation. So for the stick foundation, although I am enjoying the Ilia stick, I still think the Fenty one is better, especially if you're like me and have drier skin. This one is just so smooth on application. So this is the Fenty Blur and Smooth Ease Drop Stick, and I have this in shade 4. The other recommendations that I would have for you are the Ciel product. So this one is their Tint and Protect, and I have this one in shade Light 1. This is also a really good match, and I really like this powder. And then my last recommendation on foundation would be the new brand one, and I'll put it up here, that is by Urban Decay. And that one, I've been testing it out, so I can't 100% say that that is a recommendation, but so far I've been really impressed with that. I do encourage you to go into the store to get a match, because I would have picked much darker than I should have had I just gone with what I normally pick, which is usually light cool. So I encourage you to go in and kind of take a look at things so that you can pick the right one. They also have an extensive shade range. So we're gonna go ahead and put on the Fenty stick today. I think sometimes people struggle with stick foundation. And so I'm just gonna put this here. And so I'm gonna do nice kind of broad lines, make sure I get around my nose, and then also the chin, and then also the top of the head. So, and then we're just gonna blend this in. This is an IT Cosmetics brush. And so I'm just looking down in my mirror here to make sure that I get everything. And you can just see it blends into the skin so well. I mean, this is not really much effort at all for me to get this to sit into the skin and really just look somewhat seamless. So you can see over here, obviously I have the foundation on, and this side I don't. So I'll go ahead and put it on this side as well. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do stripes, lots of stripes. Make sure I get the chin, the side of the nose, and the head. And then we're just gonna blend this in. And really you can't, I think, over blend. Thinking of blending as like days that you just don't have time to work out, this is your cardio workout for the day. So if you think of it like that, and that you're getting, a workout while you're doing this, then you'll be more likely to blend. And then I do have a little bit more redness on my nose, so I'm going to put a little bit more there. We'll get some of this with concealer. That's a little brush. And then I have a little redness there still, and then I have little retinol dry patches over on this side. So, and then we'll just kind of blend those in as well. So you can see it's a very nice finish. I just really like how easy this one is to apply. And so if you're not somebody that wears a ton of makeup, liquid foundation can be difficult. Powder foundation can be a little bit easier, and stick foundation is also pretty goof proof. So if you're kind of new to foundation, you're not sure what to wear, I highly recommend this Fenty one because it goes on so easily. Okay, so next we're gonna move into bronzer. And so the one I have is by Rare Beauty, and this is their Bright Side one. And I bought this during the Sephora haul last year, but I'll just kind of swatch it here for you. So you can see it's kind of a cool tone, so I like that. So, you know, if you wanted to brown tour with that, you know, and like bronze and also contour, or just contour or just browns, then this is also good for you. So we're just gonna put this here. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. And then right up against the hairline is where you wanna kind of do this. So we're just gonna dot that hairline. And then I usually do just a little tiny triangle. It looks like a circle, but it's actually a triangle right at this point, just to kind of emphasize that area out. So now we're just gonna kind of bronze this up a little bit. So you want to make sure that you're only going up. You don't want to bronze and bring this down as you're brushing, because then it'll just like your whole cheek is that color. And then we're just going to get this corner and then move up into the hairline. And this one is another product that just blends so easily. It just is a really easy product to work with, especially if you've not worked with a bronzing stick of any kind. So it just add a little bit of dimension. Sometimes it's hard to see, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more on so you can just kind of appreciate it a little bit better. But I really like this color. I took a long time last time trying to figure out what bronzer I wanted to do, and I tried out so many and really settled on this product. I think it looks great. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is blush, and I do have 2 recommendations on blush. So the one we're gonna put on is by Cali Ray, and then this is their Super Bloom, and this is in Dawn Patrol. Okay, so the other one I recommend is this one by Ciel, and this is their Tint and Protect, and this is in Elodie. I'm not actually sure I'm saying that right, but I'll have all the descriptions down below. So if you're looking at the screen, you wanna see a product, if you go to the button that says more after the title, and then you hit more again in the description page, it'll bring up all the links, and I'll have everything there so you can just click over and get into the Sephora sale. Okay, so this one is such a pretty color. I also really enjoy this. So it looks kind of scary when you see it. It's very red, but it goes on really nice. But you do have to be careful because there's a lot of pigment. So we're gonna put this here and here, and I'll probably need a little bit more than that. And then we're just gonna use the same brush that we used for our foundation. That way it kind of is a little bit more seamless. And so we're just gonna kind of pat this in here. There we go. So the color looks good here, but you know, on the monitor, sometimes it can be harder to see. So I'm gonna put on a little bit more, but you probably wouldn't need to if you were going for more of a daytime look. Okay, and then on this side here, same thing. And remember, blending is cardio. So you're just gonna keep blending. You know, something doesn't look right, just keep blending, you'll be fine. So I'm gonna put both sides look perfect in the mirror, but you know, this is gonna get a little clownish in real life, but just so you can see that color, it's very pretty. And this is a product that you can also put on your lips. So it's supposed to be kind of a multi-use product. So there you can kind of see that there, and it gives a little bit of nice flush. Do a little bit more on that side. Okay, so now we're gonna do some powder. So I have 2 recommendations from powder as well. So this one is by Lawless, and this is their Perfecting Powder, and I have the shade Light. I really like this one. It's got some color to it, so you can use this for a very light foundation look. If you wanted to use this as foundation, you could also do that. It's gonna be very light though. And then this one is by Ciel, and this is their Filter and Protect. And this one is a loose powder, but you can see here it's got like a little mesh, so you can kind of pick up the product. This one you definitely want to tap out before you use it. So we're going to use a big brush here, and we'll put Lawless on one side, and I'll put the other powder on the other side. So this is the Lawless one, and just gonna kind of put this here and just kind of, you know, set those cream products. Since we did use a lot of cream products, it's good to go ahead and set those. I really enjoy working with both of them. The Ciel one also has SPF in it, which is a really nice touch. So highly recommend both of these powders if you're looking for a powder in the sale. The next thing I'm going to use is Quickie concealer, and this is in 40 CP. And I'll kind of show you the color. So I went more with a color that would not necessarily just work for underneath my eyes, but also to cover up any redness or any other thing. So this is more of a skin tone color than a very light color to go under the eyes. So I'm just gonna put a little here. And this one, I do use this brush, but it will deposit a lot. And I got a little spot there, and everything else looks good. So ideally I would have done this before I moved on to color products, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna just put this here and just spread that out. So this is just a nice little concealer brush. This is made by SEPHORA. And I'm gonna do this side here just to brighten up that inner corner. And you know, there tends to be a lot of shadow right there. So bringing in that inner corner is really helpful. I really liked, and this one is by One Size, and this is their trio. So it has 3 different shades in it, and this is the light one. So since I already have bronzer on, I'm gonna use this as my eyeshadow look. I do a lot of bronzer as eyeshadow look. It's really actually quite pretty. So I'm gonna take this top shade here, and that is Afternoon Needed. I feel like I need an afternoon off. So, and I'm just gonna put this all over the lid. Just, you know, this is not super precise. I will say, if you're looking for like more of a full eyeshadow palette, the Huda Beauty Grunge palette and the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude, which I think literally everyone and their mother recommends. They're a good product. But check out the Huda Beauty Grunge, because when I first saw it, I was a little like, that seems like a lot of dark colors, but there's definitely things that you can work in there with. And also using the eyeliners, some of those darker colors as eyeliners is also really pretty. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the darkest shade, and that is Clock It. And we're gonna put this in the crease. So just kind of right here. And again, this is not super precise, but I wanted to be able to show you this powder as well, because it's really pretty. Goes on really well. You know, I try to pick products that are easy to use. You know, if I was taking you to Sephora, these are things that I think anybody could easily pick up and start using. Sticks are really easy. You just have to put your placement. Blending is really important, but you can, you know, kind of mix and match things too. So for eyeliner, I have been using the Stila tattoo liners forever. And I pick up a brown and a black every sale. And I always buy them in the mini size because that's about how long it takes. And they don't dry out as fast that way. So we're just gonna put this, I'm just gonna do a really simple line here. I'm not gonna tight line with this one. So just something real simple in there. And then my favorite mascara by far, so I have 2 recommendations, but the Blink mascara, this stuff is great. This is a tubing mascara, and I'm gonna put up here in my video the mascara 101 that I did just a few days ago. So this is everything you would ever wanna know about mascara ever. But this Blink one is another one. I buy this every sale time. I try to get it to go the full 6 months so that I can just do it. I already have one in reserve, but this gives tubing, which basically wraps each individual lash in a little bit of mascara. And it's a polymer tube, and it just lasts. You don't have to worry that this is gonna wind up underneath your crease lines. It will just stay. And then to get it off at the end of the night, you need warm water and pressure. So unless it's raining and you're being power washed, this is not going to come off in real life. This does have a little bit of a bigger brush, and we kind of discussed this in the mascara video, that if you're struggling a little bit with your mascara, then it could be your brush size. So we're going to put this on real quick, and I'm just going to do 1 coat of this, and then I'll show you the other one, and then I'll put 1 coat of that on as well. And you can definitely do 2 coats and really kind of build this up. We're just going to do 1 coat today. So you can see there, obviously, the difference between the two eyes. And then the other one that I recommend is by Cali Ray, and this is their Come Hell or High Water. And I did get this one in a mini size. This is also a tubing mascara. I'm just a huge fan. With long lashes, I know you feel bad for me, but with long lashes, a lot of times these products can kind of weigh them down and flake off. And so tubing mascaras have really made me fall in love with their formulation. So we're going to do this on the other side. Okay, so both ones, this one's a little bit more drama, the Blink one, but the Cali Ray is also excellent. And like I said, you can always put on additional coats to make this even better. And then for lip product, I am such a fan of Drunk Elephant, just everything on Drunk Elephant. Like if you're really not sure and you're like, oh man, I don't know where to go with skincare, just pick Drunk Elephant. You really can't go wrong. But this is their Lippy Balm. I buy one of these every Sephora sale as well. Just super nice. I don't get chapped lips in the winter after I started using this. And this is like my 12th or 13th one that I have bought of this. It's just that good. It's pricey. I think it's like $22. So with the sale, it's a little bit better. Okay. And then the last recommendation that I'm going to give to you that you may not need, I always wear these no matter when I'm going out somewhere. And this is an eyebrow pencil, and this is by Rare Beauty, and this is their Harmony eyebrow pencil in soft blonde. And so the nice thing about this is it does have a spoolie brush, so you can kind of get your eyebrows all placed and kind of where you want them. And then on the other side, you have the stick. And if you can see there, it kind of has a little bit of an angle on it. So it allows you to kind of very easily kind of put these in place. And this just adds a nice polished look. It's not something that everybody's gonna need, and it's definitely an extra step that's kind of above the average makeup look. But for me, you know, I was one of those people that overplucked in the 90s. I learned how to pluck, and then I got real carried away. So I also use an eyebrow serum by Grande Cosmetics that has definitely helped to give me a little bit of fullness back and make me a little less reliant on eyebrow pencils, but still love them. And this was a really good one. This is another product that I think I walked around the entirety of Sephora and tried every single eyebrow pencil to find the right shade and the right color and the right, you know, formulation and something that stayed. So this is a great product. Don't feel the need to walk around Sephora and try on every eyebrow pencil. This one is a winner. Those are kind of my makeup recommendations. And I didn't go into a lot of extensive products because, you know, I want you to be able to go into the store and legitimately with a good budget, be able to come out with things. So having a good foundation, having a bronzer and a blush, and a powder that you can use are all really easy things to incorporate into your routine. Or to start a routine. You know, maybe you're not really a person that wears a lot of mascara. These are all easy products to use and to work with. And then keep in mind that everything I show you today is cruelty-free and vegan. If it's not vegan, I will put a star next to it, but I'm pretty sure everything that I show today is vegan. And then the other thing too to keep in mind about all of these products that I've shown you today, especially skincare category, is that these are all safe cosmetics. And I'll put a link up here in the card, but I did a whole episode on just picking out safe products and how to know what's safe and what's not safe. And I do the same thing. Every time I look at a new product and I'm picking out things that I want to buy in my Sephora haul, I am looking and making sure that the ingredients are good, because I'm sorry, especially in skincare, if you have perfume and citrus oils that are going to burn my skin, that is defeating the purpose of putting skincare on, is to damage your cells. And so just know that everything that I'm showing today has been looked at extensively by me and researched to make sure that all the products are safe.